I didn't overcome all of the things that I did due to an easy life. It was the exact opposite. I overcame gluttony by starvation. I overcame greed by having nothing. I overcame hate by never experiencing love. I overcame fear by being so afraid for so long, all the time. My brain no longer processes it the same. I overcame so much by experiencing it to the fullest extent that anybody could experience it. And just realizing it was never necessary. My transcendence was due to pressure in a form that no human I have ever even heard of would manage to overcome. And I came out with a beautifully enlightened smile because now I see. Now I see fully all that humanity has to offer. And I feel like, for the most part, 99% of what they got I don't need because it sucks. After the Truman Show, my own personal gang stalking, the constant attacks, the manipulations, the shame rituals, the fear campaigns, the smear campaigns, the more physical pain than any one person can go through, and my literal own passing, when they put so much poison into me that I literally passed on. I realized how weak, stupid, and simple most people really are. And now I have no use for it. There is only the light. That NDE enlightened me to a whole new way of being, but it also showed me how much help people need. And I was then built into the person that could fulfill that necessity. And I have done so. I have stayed true to my divine mission. I have held true to my promise. When I passed, I made a deal. A life of service for my escape. I will never be back on this planet. I won't be stuck in that loop. I won't be stuck in that karma loop, those ancestral blockages, those patterns. I won't be stuck in any of it. I get my freedom. And in achieving my freedom, I get to show others the way in service. And that to me is a very noble cause. I got rid of what ails me by experiencing so much of it. So much of what ails the human condition that it no longer made sense to acknowledge it anymore. And in doing so, I transcended limitation. My consciousness expanded. My energy increased exponentially. And I did more internal work than any one person has been forced to do in the history of the human civilization. They left somebody with access to universal knowledge alone to dive deeper, broaden their horizons, and expand on how to bring that into reality. And these people thought they had me down. But I keep seeing the same thing over and over again. No matter what position they hold, no matter how powerful they think they are, not one of them has the energetic significance that I have, effectively making me the most powerful person on the planet. So, I guess in a world that is completely ruled by fake, when somebody real comes out, the real truth, the whole story of what was done to them comes out. The fake panic even more, because they realize nothing they ever did, said, felt, or thought was real. Even their motivations for acting the way they did were inborn into them. They weren't their own. They start to realize, in a very large group, how insignificant they really are. And when you see a group that big gang up on one person and still lose, and then run away, hide in shame, get put in jail, and get all their money taken, you start to realize one thing for absolute sure. Energetic significance is the only true power. All the rest is fake. The money, the politics, the whatever badge, like, it doesn't matter. It's fake. It's an illusion. It's false authority. It's all part of a false narrative that they constructed to make themselves mentally ill into a belief system that is all... None of it's attuned to actual reality. See, the beauty of illusion is that it creates belief systems. The beauty of belief systems is it guides thoughts and actions, and it keeps people conscious of everything they're doing, thinking, and saying. And they're thinking, if I can just follow those belief systems, all will be well. And then they appear to be well. But when somebody comes up, challenges those belief systems, shows the world how false they really were, all of a sudden they're scared. They're in emotional turmoil. They don't know how to handle their day-to-day lives. It's because the truth will always supersede what you thought or chose to believe that was false. What was done in the dark will always come to light. So, my current place, my current state of being, of this light, was by going through everything the darkness could possibly do and still choosing peace and light and truth. It's because I didn't crumble. It's because I didn't break. It's because I didn't bow. It's because I didn't take the easy road. Because I never will. Because I have no respect for them. So, with my universal knowledge, I am going to write a book on true gnostic illumination. This book is not going to come from people. This is not going to come from things I study. This is going to come from my own experience in transcending everything and coming into universal flow state, your own divine energy. I'm going to give the guide. So, when this comes out, you will see things much more clearly than you've ever been able to, if you are willing to remove yourself of limitation of false belief systems. You'll see.